Hi everybody, here we are at the Natural Bridge Caverns, which is a cave in San Antonio, Texas. Now, it got its name from the fact that over here, this is the sinkhole right here, and when it collapsed some 5,000 years ago, it left that natural bridge right there, so you see it right there. Now, it was discovered on March 27th of 1960 by 4 students from St. Mary's University. Now, throughout this tour, you can see all kinds of wonderful sights. You'll see the lake in there, you'll see stalactites and stalagmites, and when we get to the next stop, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, here we are at the Hidden Passages tour of this cave. Now, this Hidden Passages tour goes down 180 feet, and the total distance is approximately 1/3 of a mile, 1/6 down and 1/6 up. Now, the story I get is that the temperature in here is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and with a relative humidity of 99, it feels like 85 degrees, so it's going to be humid in here. For somebody from Edmonton, that's going to be quite challenging, but hey, I'm up to the challenge. Okay, so when we get to the next stop, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, welcome to the first landing. Now this is called the Jeremy Room. It was named after the 3 explorers, Miles, Jack, and Reggie. So they kind of corrupted together into one name. Now as you can see how nice it is, look at this all the way down here, look at that. All the different formations you have. And you can see behind me here some very nice ones over there as well. Now, a lot of exploring went on in this cave in the 60s and certainly even the 70s and 80s, and so it continues to this day. So this is one of the later parts of the cave that were discovered. Okay, when we get to the next spot, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, here we are at the next stop on the tour. Now if you look behind me, we have some columns here where we have the stalactites and the stalagmites joining. Look at them all there. Here's some stalagmites here, and up there we got the columns where they join from the ceiling to the ground. They come up like this. Okay, so that's that part of the tour. Talk later. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the tour. Now look down there, that's called the Diamond River. Now if you look at closely, there's flowing water on there with the calcite crystals on there. They shimmer like diamonds, so that's how they got its name. Look at all the formations around there. Pretty nice. Hi everybody, here we're at the next part of the tour. Now I'm going to show you right now the Handrail Formation. Now what happened was when the water trickled down from the top, it eventually hit the handrail and accumulated to the point where it actually had a formation. Now have a look at that formation right there. Look at that. So there you go. I must say I've been to my share of caves and I've never seen anything like this before. Okay, so that's the Handrail Formation and better under light. And we hope you've enjoyed. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the tour. Now this area is known as the Dry Well. Now, it has some interesting formations. We've got the first one right here. This is known as Cave Bacon. Okay, this one right here, you can see if you look at it closely, it looks like bacon. Okay, and now look down here. This is known as the Cave Popcorn. It really does look like popcorn. And you can see some of the other beautiful formations here, some stalactites down there. And then now here we have some soda straws up here. These are the very thin ones. And I'm going to pass you on to Michael, who is the tour guide, who's explaining how they are formed.
So, how soda straws are formed is the drip area starts at the very top, and it's a very slow drip. And the drip actually sits there for a while, and as it sits there, the calcite forms around the drip. And the drip will drip all the way down, and then another drip will come right along behind it and sit there again, depositing calcite. So as it drips, it forms that layer of calcite around and it making it the straw and hollow in the middle. So the water actually goes through the soda straw instead of around on the outside of the soda straw.
There you go. Now if we look up here again, we got more of this beautiful cave bacon here. Okay. And you got another beautiful stalactites. And now if you look over in that direction there, look over here, look at some of the beautiful formations, some more of the soda straws. And you can see right here, some of them actually join to form a column in the form of soda straws. Okay. All right, and look over here, more of the bacon. And you can see it's very wet down here. It just rained recently, so more trickling down of water. Okay, so that's that part of the tour. Hi everybody, here we are in the next part of the Hidden Passages. Now this is called the Cathedral Room, and if you use your imagination, you can sort of see why. Look at those beautiful formations back there. It almost feels like you're in church. Now if you look over here, here's one of the main reasons right here. This part right here, they call it the pipe organ. The columns in the bottom there and the ones on the top there are considered the smoke from the pipe organ. So that's what it is there. Now if you look over there, you can see more of the beautiful formations all the way down there. And if you look up top there, you see more of those soda straws. Now the longest one is actually 6 feet long. Now the story I get is in this part of the cave, they don't have any bats. And normally the bats will smash into them because of course they're blind, so they won't go longer than 3 feet. But here, because they don't have any bats, some of them can actually go to 6 feet long. Okay, so that's that part of the tour. When we get to the next part, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, here we're the next part of the cave tour. Now this is a very wet part right here. We can see there's a lot more space. Look at this beautiful formation here. Look at this. Look at all this here. Now come over here. Look what we're walking down through here. We're walking through some very, very narrow space right here. Look right there. Look at the top there. Okay, and when we get to the next spot, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, here we're at the next part of the cave tour. Now they call this the Pluto's anteroom. Now if you look at some of the formations here, we got some nice stalactites and columns and stalactites over there. Okay, and look over here, you can see nice and more beautiful shots there. Look over here, some beautiful stalagmites over here. You can use your imagination what these are. Now if you look at the ceiling right there, look up there, that was caused by bats who were actually sleeping on the ceiling, and they tell you you're not allowed to touch the rocks because of what it does is it leaves oils in them and they end up going black. So bats do that, not humans. Okay, so when we get to the next stop, we'll talk then.
Okay.
Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the tour. Now look at some of the formation right here. Look at that. Pretty impressive. Look at all that there. The ceiling up there. Look at that here. And all the columns and everything down here. Look at those. You can see it's been raining quite a bit, so that adds to the beauty. Okay, so that's that part. When we get to the next part, we'll talk then. All right, here we are at the next part of the tour. It's called the shared forest. Now, the formations here, the stalagmites were so thin and looked like trees, they decided, hey, that seems like a good neighborhood. And if you look over here, some of these little formations here look like treetops. So that along with these really tall stalagmites here that look like trees, they made the shared forest. So all the way up there, look how beautiful that is up there. Very, very beautiful over there as well. And look down here, it's a bit of a little natural pond down there. And you can see it's all very wet down there. A lot of water dripping. Now it's been raining quite a bit in San Antonio lately, so this adds to the beauty. Okay, so when we get to the next spot, we'll talk then. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the tour. Now this is called the Castle of the White Giants. I think it's kind of self-explanatory why they call it that. Look at the formation back here. Look at all these. And look at all this down here. Look at the beauty of this down here and all the glowstones up there. More of the same stalactites and stalagmites as the ceiling there. Okay, and there you go. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the Castle of the White Giants. Now, I'm going to show you the lake first. Look how beautiful the water is here. This is the clearest part of the lake, or pond, whatever you want to call it, in the cave. Look at that. Look all the way down here, and all the way down there. Very, very clear. Okay. Now, a couple of the formations to look at here. That one there is called the King's Throne. If you look at it, it makes sense. And that one there we call the Mount of the Landlord. And then that one there all the way at the top, that's called the Watchtower. That one way over there. The Watchtower. Okay, so that's that part of the tour. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the cave tour. Now here we are at the part that's called Emerald Lake. Now it can be more full than this, but today it's not really full. How about look down the lake down there, see how much there's right down there. See it. So it's well lit up, it's not bad color, but it could be a little more full than that. It's been a lot more full than that before, but look at the formations again. You're seeing here, look at that, and look at these ones here. Okay, so that's the Emerald Lake part of the tour. Hi everybody, here we're at the next part of the tour. Now, as you can see, this passageway is quite wide. You can see some very nice little formations here. And apparently this is natural, it's got a light in it, but it is natural, and they put lights in here as well. Now follow me over here, look at this. Keeps on going way over here. Okay, so we're heading to the next stop. Hi everybody, here we are at the next part of the tour. This is called the Hall of the Mountain King. Now it's the largest room in the cave. Now it was caused by the collapsing of limestone. Apparently the earthquakes, the seismic activity in Texas, shook this foundation and a lot of it fell. If you look over here, here's some of the rocks that actually fell down from the ceiling. And if you look down here, the same thing happened as well. More of these rocks fell. Okay, now also it's worth mentioning that the earthquake caused cracks, but some of them didn't fall. Look up there, look at the ceiling, you see a bunch of cracks up there, you see? A whole bunch of them up there. Okay, and last but not least behind me, there's the beautiful room right there. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's that part. Hi everybody, here we are at the last part of the Natural Bridge Caverns tour. Now, I had to do a lot of walking up here, it's pretty tiring, but hey, it's well worth it. Now, if you look right here, we have what's known as the Valley of the Fallen Lords, so it's kind of like a cemetery. Look at that, they're all the way down there. Look over here as well, and might as well finish it off. Look down there, got some beautiful formation stalagmites and soda straws and all the different kinds of formation you can see in the cave here. Okay, that's the Natural Bridge Caverns. We hope you enjoyed.